All right, Coach, introduce yourself and we'll get this done.
Mike McConathy, Northwestern State University.
Coach, just talk about what's going on with at Northwestern.
Well, I'm entering my 20th season here at Northwestern, and we're in a situation to where we're striving to flip the script and get back to where we're used to being atop the Southland Conference. It's obvious that, we're not picked very high, and that's understandable because of the struggles that we've had. But I tell you what, I'm really pleased with our guys. I've been coaching there for 20 years, as I mentioned, and I believe this group's working as hard as any group that I've ever had, and everything we do is very intentional. We have a great purpose about what we're trying to do, trying to improve in areas that we need to improve in, whether it be shooting, rebounding, defenses, or just playing hard and doing those things. So I'm really pleased with them, the attitude that they're bringing to the floor, and my staff is really working extremely hard to try to coach things and not just allow things happen.
Freshman blending in pretty good right now.
Yeah, Brian White's doing a great job. Dalen Williams doing a great job. Alex McConathy, who hadn't gotten to the floor yet, and then a junior college transfer, LaTerrence Reed, doing a really nice job. So we're really pleased about the new pieces. But I'm also pleased with the guys that are coming back because they understand they've been in the fire with those 4 freshmen that are now sophomores. Actually, they're almost juniors because they played so much last year. And the change in the level of play, because it's difficult for freshmen even more now today than ever because all the graduate transfer rules and things that are in place where teams can bring in 5 new players and they're 23 years old playing 18 and 19-year-olds. It really makes you think about recruiting.
Talk about that. I noticed that a lot of coaches now, programs in particular, not just Northwestern, but all over the NC2A platform, they're using it as a way of, okay, maturity depending on what position I need to fill next year that I don't see on the freshman level coming in.
Well, we didn't take some kids that were really good players because we felt like we needed to get guys that were older. After our initial signees of Brian White and Dalen Williams, and we ended up with 2 guys, one that had been in junior college for 2 years in a prep school year, and then the young man, Alexander, he had been in a prep school for a year because you needed that extra year or age or so, age added to them and experience because you're playing such an older teams out there because they're made up with so many older players now.
Talk about non-conference.
Non-conference is tough for us. It always has been. I mean, we're going to be challenged. SMU, Brigham Young, Houston, Rice, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, UTEP, and naturally we're those, all on the road because, we're going and playing against some really good people and really good venues, and you'll get your medal checked early, and sometimes that's tough. You can lose your team before you get to the conference schedule. But also there are some positives to bring from that because of the fact that if you can compete and hang in there, then you carry that in the conference season. You can get on a run and a roll, and we're going to try to get back where we need to be.
Talk about the conference this year. A lot of changes.
It's a lot of change, a lot of new faces, a lot of new coaches. And the different styles that people bring, it'll be interesting to see how it adapts. So one thing I would say is that there are really, really good coaches in this league, have always been really good coaches in this league. And the difference will be, in my opinion, is the healthiest teams are going to be the ones that are going to be most successful. And that's what we all look to, and we're all hoping that we can do. I know that was asked earlier, what about the Waves? Are they coming back? Yeah, we got 15, 16, 17 guys out there if we possibly can, to where we can hopefully have enough to have the Waves coming in every 4 minutes. So we're excited about trying to get that going again.
The conference brand, is starting to get a lot larger now because of digital networks and stuff. How much has that helped you with recruiting outside of the state of Louisiana?
Really and truly, it's helped us probably, but the biggest thing is we want to get the best Louisiana kids we can because it's who we are. That's something we have to really guard against, of not just going off and getting kids that aren't familiar with us and us familiar with them. That happens sometimes in late recruiting, but it does open some doors for you to be able to go out to other places, which we've got a kid from Oregon on a roster, we got a kid from Canada, we got a kid from New York on a roster, so we have had to spread out a little bit.
Is there anything else going on campus that outside of Northwestern that folks don't know about?
I don't know. People really don't probably know Northwestern and Natchitoches. They just see it and they think about it. But it's a special town. I call it a quaint little town on the Cane River Lake. And it's just really a neat place to be. The people are so genuine. And if we get a kid to campus, we got a great chance to sign him because everybody feels so welcomed. Because that's who the people are. People are very open and encouraging and things like that. So that's something about it that not a lot of people probably realize.
All right, Coach, with that, reintroduce yourself and we'll close this out.
Mike McConathy, Northwestern State University.
This is Jerry Lee Woodley Jr., the College Sports Report here in Houston, Texas, Southland Basketball Media Day.